I am Emma Nesteruck. I am currently a student at NAU. I graduated high school from Willow Canyon High School, and I received the IB Diploma. The IB Diploma it's based on a program called the International Baccalaureate Program. In the diploma, you had to do a certain number of classes and do specific essays in order to get the actual diploma instead of just a certificate or just the credits. Considering I've always been a high achiever with my siblings being high achievers, it just made sense to do that since they both had positive experiences from the IB program. For IB, there's SL and HL. SL is typically 1 year classes and HL is typically 2 years, with the exception of foreign languages. You can do either, you can do SL, but it's for 2 years. So for my 2 year classes, my HLs, I took IB History of the Americas, Spanish and English, just English literature. And then for my SLs, I took chemistry my junior year, and then took math and psychology my senior year. I think the most challenging aspect was juggling that with everything else going on in my life, since I was still doing band at the time and I held leadership positions there, as well as with NHS and Key Club, because I had to get community hours for the CAST, Creativity, Action, Service aspect of IB. So that was complicated to make sure that I had enough time to actually do my IB work. The senior year was way more overwhelming. It was way more stressful just because we pushed off a lot of the essays, like the external essays that weren't related to any of the core classes, like our theory of knowledge essay, exhibition, and the extended essay, which is 4,000 words. So I didn't really start any of that until second semester of my senior year, so having to do all of that with having to continue with my classes and my extracurriculars was overwhelming. In order to get through this experience, I had support from my family. This is when I started actually talking about my feelings with my family about things, and that was started through my overwhelming feelings about the IB program. But for the test, the first test I took was for history, and I was able to get acclimated pretty quickly, because I took history, 3 papers, but I sat 2 of them. So history, then 2 days for math, and then I had 1 for English, then 2 Spanish, and then psychology. So I took 8 days of testing. Once I was done, it was weird because I'm on the campus, but seniors were technically done with their classes since this was for graduation. It just felt weird. I think if I have the time correct, there were people leaving school at the time. So it was weird just seeing all these people, and I'm just like, man, I'm just done. Receiving a diploma at graduation, it didn't really feel like much to me. It just felt like I was just getting oh, you graduated. It didn't feel like IB, like this is what you get for doing IB. It was more like this is what you get for just making it through high school. I am grateful that I took the IB program, as stressful and overwhelming as it was, because I was able to keep pushing myself. I think I did push myself a bit much, but I think it's important that I look back at that and I can relax thinking I don't have to go that hard right now.